Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Overtech Media, where we share relevant information in the world of web development. By the way, if you are new to my channel, kindly like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for relevant information. So today I'll be sharing with us a library that can help us to integrate email services to your React application without backend services. So oftentimes we have a basic website or maybe a portfolio website that doesn't require any big backend services. So I'm going to show us how we can send email directly from our code to maybe our Gmail, Yahoo Mail, or Outlook, or any other email services that you might have. So head up to email.js.com. So this is their website. You can see it send email directly from your code. No server code is needed. So I've used the library and it's proved efficient. So it's simple, just create a free account because the library is totally free. You don't need any subscription. So once you click on free account, you can set up your account, then you are good to go. So after that is done, you can come back to the images and go to documentation. So you can see the details of getting started and all of that. So today we'll be focusing on how you can integrate this into your React application. So go to examples and you can see we have React, Servlet, Vue.js, Angular, and VS Code. But we'll be focusing more on React today. So you can see how we can integrate that. But majorly our attention will be on here, on the handle submit here. So you can copy this, but we'll come back to this, how you can do that. So after you have already signed up, you have an account. I've already done that, so I'm just going to log into my account. So seen on my page, after you've already created your account, you see the dashboard where you can set up do the necessary setup that is needed for you to be able to send email services directly to your email account. So on the email service sidebar, you can see the add new service. So what we're going to do, I'm going to click on add new services. So you can see we have a whole lot of personal services and transactional services that you can choose from. We have Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, Yandex, Zoho, and a whole lot of them that you can choose for. But the one I will be showing us on how to integrate today is with the Gmail. So click on Gmail. After you click on Gmail, you can see a service ID is generated, and you can see the option to connect it to your email account. So I'll just go ahead and click on connect account. There you see a modal that is pop up where you can select your email account. So I'm going to select my email account. So after that is done, images it's going to require for some access. Just allow the access and click on continue. So after that is done, you can see it's already showing connected to the email account. You can decide to disconnect and all of that. So after that is done, you can see it says send text to verify configuration. You can also click on that to be sure that okay, it's already connected successfully. So after that is done, click on create a service. So let's hold on. Now that you've already added your email services, you can see that it's showing your Gmail. There's a service ID that is generated. Since this is the only one that you have presently, and that's why it's the default. If you probably have some other that is created, you might have to switch in between them. So after you've already added your email services, then the next thing you have to do is to go to your email template. The email template is where you create a template of how you want your forms to look like. So click on create new template. So now after you click on create new template, a format is shown, a default template is shown to you on how you can set it up on by adding the necessary things that is needed for this. So let me show you a sample of what we need today and how we can configure this to match with what we have on the application. So I'll take us to my VS Code. So I already created the basic form using Material UI and Tailwind CSS. So you can see we have a grid template and all of that. We have a text field where it's expecting name, email address, phone number, company, service needed, message, and all of that. And you have a submit button which we added an on click to hit. So this is this. I'm already running this application on the local host 3000. So this is the basic form, which is we have the name, email, phone number, company, the service required, the messages, and you can also send it here. So by the way, if you need to learn how to create a footer using Tailwind CSS, I will leave a video in the description of how you can achieve that. So after this is done, let's head back to image.js. So now what is important now is to take note of how we can link what we have here to our React application. So let's head over to our terminal and install image.js. So open a new terminal and type npm install at image.js/browser and click on enter. So I'm going to close that because I've already installed image.js. So after your image.js is fully installed, then you need to import image.js. Import image.js from image.js browser. So I've showed us earlier that this is the form that we need that we are linking to our email address, and I've already created the form. So now all we need to do is to reference the form, and let's import useref from React. So after you import useref, you have to declare an instance of useref here. So once you have declared that, then you need to reference that on your form. So just write form. So now after you've done the basic setup, so what we need next is now to describe how we want users to see the form. So what we have to do is head over back to image.js on the email template. So you can see new message from, then you open to bracket and from name. So this is now let me show you how you can link this to the what you have in your code. So if you check our code, you can see the first text field here, which on our website is for the name. Now the name on that same text field is name. So what you have to do is come to display, instead of having from name here, you remove the from name, then hello to this. You can remove this, you don't actually need this for now. So all we have to do is okay. Now to state the users that sent a mail using our form, you can have a default template to say okay, you got a new message from who. That's from the name. So looking at the first one here, so we have to define other fields for email, for phone number, for company name, service required, and the message. So what we have to do is go back to our code. The next on the form is your email.js. So with email.js, let's head over to here. You can have something like email. So it's a basic description of how you want your email to look like. So after you've done that, click on enter, head over to your code again. The next one there is a phone number. So we have phone number here. Go back to your image.js templates. So you can have something like this, phone number, and how do you want to receive it. You have a phone number, so you close that. The third one on the list, let's go back to the code. We have company. Company is the third one, so you come to here, you have your company here. If I can type company very well, so you have a company, so you close that. The next one on the list is you see the name on this select is service needed. So what you have to do, come here and write a description saying service needed. Then you open this service needed. You close that. And I think the next on the list is a message. So you can see the value here is a message and the name on that is message. So go back here and say message, open here, do this. So I think I just have to state this, that what is important here is all the name that you are seeing here inside this bracket is, it has to correspond with what you have on the form feed. Like we have name here, we have email here, we have phone number here. So you have to ensure that exactly what you have here is what we also have here. So after you have been able to put all of that together, what you have to do next is to ensure that everything is it's okay. And you can see we have other things there. This is just like a normal Microsoft. If you need to align, you need to change the font size, the font color, you need to add bold or any other thing, you can explore all of that. Image.js give us access to do that. You can design how you want your email to look like from here. So after that is done, let's save this. So you have understood, you want to continue, yes, click on OK. Then you get a response that the template has been added successfully. So congratulations, you have been able to set your default template for how you want the email to look like. Now that you have been able to set up your default template, so on the form we need to find a way at which by the time we click on send message here, we can receive an email with the same email that has been connected to our email services here. So what we have to do next is to head over to image.js, click on the example and on the React section, copy where we have image.js.send form, you copy from here. So after you have copied, head over to your terminal where you have your code, and you can see I already have an undo submit here, which is on if you check the form, we have undo submit and we have undo submit. So after your undo submit, paste what you copy from image.js. Oh, you can see VS Code is complaining that image.js is not correct. Oh, that's actually my mistake. I said email. We have an omission of L here, so you can correct that. So after you have your image.js here, if you hover on image.js, you can see what is needed. You need the public key, you need the service ID, and you need the template ID. Now I'm going to show us next how you can get your service ID, how you can get your template ID, and how you can get your public ID. So let's head over to image.js to here. Then the first thing that we are going to copy is our service ID. So if you go back to your email, click on email services, so you can see here we have the service ID that is showing under this email service that we've added. So you can click on this, then you can see the service ID, copy the service ID that we have here on the terminal. We are not updating anything, so you can close the mode and head over back to your terminal here and replace where we have a description of your service ID here with the service ID that you've copied. So after you have done that, the first step is done. The next step is to input your template ID here. So you have to head over to your image.js, then click on email template. You can see after we created our template earlier, a template ID is generated for us. So click on my default template, go to setting, click on setting, and you can see we have the template ID here. So copy the template ID. So after you copy the template ID, head over to your code and replace your template ID here, description, with this. So you can leave the form.current, because you can see on our form we are referencing this, and that's how we have form.current. The next thing that is needed is your public key. So the public key is the last thing that you need to be able to link this with your email account. So next is to head over to image.js. To get your public key, it's simple. Click on your name here. So after you have done that, you can see on the API, on the account section here, we have the API key, we have the public key, and you have the private key. So copy the public key. Once you copy it, I have to stage it so that you can refresh your key if you need to get a new key. So I'm obviously going to do that after I'm done with this video. So just copy your public key here. So after you copy your public key, go back to your code and replace your public key description here with public key. Just paste it there. So with this, I think we are done with the basic setup that is needed for us to be able to link for us to be able to send email to our email address using email.js. So with the basic setup, let's head over to our browser and test what we have been putting together since. So on the name, I'm just going to type Overtech Media. For email address, I'm going to say overtech@test.com. Then for phone number, I'm just going to type any number here. The company name is Overtech Media. Overtech Media. So we have a lot of services that require, I'm just going to say, business development advisory. So the message, let's say this is a test. So after you have already populated the field, let's click on send message. So after you click on send message, let's head over to our email to see if our setup is fine now. Also, you can see here, you can see new message from Overtech. New message from Overtech. If you head over to image.js to check the template that we have here, you can see what we have here at the subject is new message from name, and the name we have on our form is Overtech Media. So if we click on this, you can see what we have. We have our email, we have our phone number, we have our company, we have our service needed, and you have our message. If you look closely at what we have here, it's exactly what we define here in our template. So you can see after the form is submitted, it was the exact same version that we have here. So with this, you can see we are logging the results to this. Then after submitting the form, you can just try to, you can add maybe a toaster, or you want this form to redirect to another page, you want all of that to be done. So that's